Yeah.
Ari Lennox dropped, okay? That's what matters. When did Ari drop? The 23rd, correct? It doesn't even say here on my app.
Friday. So the
Friday, that's what
22nd?
it says. So yeah,
Sorry, the 23rd, you're
23rd.
right.
All right, because I remember that was the release date.
Mm-hmm.
So January 23rd, almost a week ago at the time of recording this,
Mm-hmm.
Ari Lennox dropped her much anticipated album, Vacancy. It did not drop on Dreamville. She left Dreamville, so this is the first album off of Dreamville
Mm-hmm.
solely on Interscope.
Yeah.
Okay, she's worked with different writers and producers, mainly from what we were told, Jermaine Dupri and Brian Michael Cox. But there are other people involved in this project,
Mm-hmm.
not just them. But I believe they executive produced it, and I'm about to look that up.
Everything I'm pulling up here has Elite's name.
All right, then that's it then. So still Dreamville people then, because Elite is tied to Dreamville.
Okay.
So maybe that was part of the exit. Anyway, whatever. I'm not gonna keep looking here. Oh yeah, well yeah. Genius says produced by Elite. Um. Anyway, whatever. Let's just get to it because that's really what matters. Um, Ari Lennox, 15 songs, 50 minutes. You got notes. I got notes. How you want to do this?
Um, can we just like dive in and like ping pong off of each other? I prefer when we do reviews like that rather than, unless there is a long speech you have. If you have a long speech that you would like to share, then that's fine too. But I have bullet points, so it's easier for me to kind of, you know,
I mean,
bounce
a
things off
speech.
of you and see what you're thinking in the moment.
You think I would have a long
A
speech?
monologue, yes. About an album, absolutely. Absolutely.
I know. Um.
So feel free if that's how you want to do it. I don't have
Well,
a.
I would like to say this is Ari's third album, and what I appreciate most about this album is that once again we see Ari go through a wide range of sounds
I have that too.
and and once again we see Ari's vocal range as well. So not just her sonic range, if
She's
you will,
showing her range somewhere there, somewhere.
but I will say this though. I think working with people like Jermaine Dupri
Mm-hmm.
and B Cox, as they call him,
Mm-hmm.
will push you a little differently than when you're not working with legends, when you're not working with
Yeah,
icons.
and it should.
And you see that vocal range hits some notes you might not have heard before.
Which that excited me very
You
much.
see that. I don't want to cut you off. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I said very much. That's all.
Oh, you see that it kind of pushed Ari's vocals just a little more, and maybe Ari always wanted to do that and was told not to. I don't know, right? Because what we do know is there were issues creatively between Ari and Dreamville. So that's what I was thinking a lot hearing this album. Was this a new idea presented to Ari, or was this something Ari been wanted to do and she was told not to? And we probably will never know. But that's
Yeah.
what was going through my psyche while I was listening.
Yeah. I mean, and it's probably a mix of both, I would think. You have the things that you like and you have the things that you don't like. I mean, unless she hated everything about what she did up to the point where she left Dreamville, which I guess is probably not. There are probably things that she valued and probably also a bunch of things that she hated or that she just wanted to change or evolve from. So I could totally see there being a mix of the two, especially if Elite is executive producing. I'm sure there's still certain things that hold true to who she is as an artist that, she'd want to maintain. So
Yeah.
that would be my guess. I don't know, but she would have to speak to that whenever she's ready to have that conversation, if ever.
Right. Whenever she gets on weeknights and lets us interview her, you
Mm.
know.
So many
Now I
questions.
will say so many questions. I will say I don't have a horn, but toot toot. Let me toot my own horn one time. Toot toot. Because I did say that so far it's sounding real emancipation of meaning.
Very much so.
I said that when we only had the 4 songs, which I realized I didn't know 2 of them. At the time, I don't think I ever heard Soft Girl Era.
Mm-hmm.
And what's my shit? Hold on, because this is my shit. I'm
Twin
mad I
Flame.
didn't hear this before the album dropped. Huh?
Twin Flame.
No.
Oh no, no, no! I know what you're talking about. It's funny because I actually
Under the
screenshot it.
Moon. Yo, why I never heard Under the Moon before?
So good,
I don't know
right?
what happened. That's my shit.
So good. She killed
Under the
that.
Moon is my shit. So Under the Moon already existed. It was already out. I didn't hear that at the time. I thought I did, but I was so wrong. So we missed two of the releases. We missed Soft Girl Era and Under the Moon, or at least I did, because I never heard them before the album dropped, and I was like, "Yo, I never heard these. These are great."
Yeah.
But just off hearing Smoke, Twin Flame, uh, and Vacancy, I said off those 3 songs, which Smoke ended up not being on the album, which I'm sad about, but it is what it is. Off hearing those 3, I was like, yo, this is sounding real emancipation of Mimi-esque.
Yeah.
This is sounding real like, that one Mariah album. And that's what this album sounds like. This album absolutely sounds like Emancipation of Mimi 2026 2.0 version.
Which a lot of people consider a comeback album. So kind of fitting considering she's left her label.
Absolutely.
She's working with these top producers, who, by the way, she's worked with, at least Jermaine Dupri she's worked with before. I don't recall if she's worked with Brian Michael Cox before. But yeah, so in her own way, this is sort of a coming out album, as under her new digs. So
Right.
so I could totally see the similarities and the parallels. And again, when you are working with these specific people, kind of hard not to end up in that lane.
Well, I just think it sounds that way. I don't know if that was intentional on her part. I don't know if that was intentional on their part. I don't know if that's just how it ended up being. I don't know. But what I do know is this shit is fire.
It's great. Well, what I'll say to what you just said is that I think everybody has a sound, right? Like producers have their sound, artists have their sound. So I think that sometimes you can kind of group music together in a sense where, like, if 5 people work with Brian Michael Cox, and we've been listening to Brian Michael Cox since what, we were kids. There's probably songs that we don't even realize is him, but your ear becomes trained to a similar sound. One thing that I kept thinking, and the one thing that's in my notes, is that this album felt familiar, not like redundant or like we heard it before, but just it felt familiar. It felt like a sound that we've experienced. It felt like sounds, plural, that we've experienced, but in the best way possible. It just, I don't know. It's like when I say something felt like a warm hug. Like it felt like something, that we were accustomed to, but not tired of. Right? Because there's a big difference between that. And again, I'm not saying she's copying anybody. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying there is a familiarity in listening to this album that I felt, and that invoked a bit of nostalgia in me too. And I didn't know what I was nostalgic for, but I just
Right.
knew that it felt kind of like home. Like it felt like I'd been there. It felt like deja vu a little bit. Like,
Right.
so
Which is intentional, right? And that's one of my notes. One of my notes is, and I'm gonna be real fake up here. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be a hypocrite. I'm gonna
okay.
say it right now. A lot of times I come up here and I say, "Come on, man, we've heard that before.
Hmm.
Come on, man, y'all ain't got nothing original. Come on, man, y'all doing this again."
Okay, I'm
Hey,
about to go.
all of those things apply here today in the best fucking ways possible,
Yeah,
because we heard the super old school shoo up, shoo up,
yeah,
shoo up, shoo up.
yeah.
And we heard things that are from all the eras of music
Hmm.
that were maybe not samples, but definitely renditions of things that we have heard before.
Yeah.
And so, normally, or I would say more times than not, I come up here and criticize people for taking the same old shit and doing it again. And that is where I think this album really, really succeeded, because they took things from the past. They took harmonies from the past,
Hmm.
elements of music from the past, all of these different sounds and different riffs and melodies and patterns,
Hmm.
all of these things from our time and way before, right? I mean, we talking stuff from the 60s at some
Yeah.
points, and incorporated it in their own way, molded it to fit a sound they were trying to deliver, and they did an excellent job. And that's part of why it's easy to listen to this album,
Very easy to listen.
because you're hearing so many different things that sound familiar that it's hard not to like it.
But it's all
It's hard not
cohesive.
to like all of these things that you grew up hearing,
Yeah.
that you might have heard when the house was
Yeah.
being cleaned, that you might have heard at grandma's house
Yeah.
or wherever. All of these things that throughout our lives, again, Ari's not that much younger than us,
Hmm.
that we have heard all throughout music. All of these things they took a piece from over here, they took a piece from over there, they took a piece from way in the back. It was like, hey, what's back here? Let's get that. Right? It was like, oh, what's that down there? Let's get that. Right? And they took all these little familiar pieces and was like, okay, we're gonna build this album piece by piece
Yeah.
with all of these things. Now, I don't know, again, I have no idea whose idea this was, but this was beautifully packaged, beautifully delivered, and to me, maybe this is a reach because I'm an Ari fan. I don't know. If y'all want to say I'm clit riding, it's okay with me. But to me,
I hate when you say that. I just hate it.
because they be saying online. Online, they be like, hey, you clit
Don't
riding.
say it again. Don't say it again. Please. I don't like it.
But they took all these things and to me delivered a motherfucking home run.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. I I I can't disagree. I can't disagree. I really don't even have bad things to say about this album. I don't even remember
I only
which
have one
song was the
critique.
song that I said I didn't like. I liked all of them. I liked all of them
You
together,
being
and I
fake too,
said
huh?
that. I remember saying
You
that.
did.
I want to
You
hear it
did.
as part of the album because sometimes
Yeah.
that matters. I mean, it used to.
Yeah.
Maybe today it
Yeah.
don't matter because people put out loosies and put things on streaming and whatever, and they just kind of float out in the atmosphere. But it used to matter. A full body of work made sense. Sometimes hearing the full body of work before you hear the song that gets taken out of that, it it has an impact.
Yeah.
I also want to say, jumping around a little bit, but I will also want to say company with Buju felt like. Listen, my mom. If my mom listened to that song, I should play it for her. But if my mom listens to that song, she'd be like, "Oh, that's some nice spongy reggae." That is what it sounded like. It sounded like Sunday afternoon in my very Guyanese household when I was growing up. It
From
just.
the moment that shit came on, I heard "Welcome to Jam Rock." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Yeah, nigga, let's go." Who knew?
Also, it's a big deal
Who
for
knew we
Buju
needed
to
this from
be
Ari
on her
Lennox?
album. Yeah, so
Who knew we needed this from Ari Lennox the whole time?
So
That's what I
good.
mean about they reached way in the back and was like, "Hey, what's this right? What's this right here? What's this? Hey, let me bring this over here too. We're gonna need some of this right here." Who in the hell knew that we needed Ari Lennox to do some fly reggae shit? Yo, I want more of this.
It was really good, and I am a tough critic when it comes to stuff like that. And I thought it was brilliant. I really did. I thought it was wonderful. I said, "Oh, okay, all right. There's something you could slow dance to this. You could waltz to this. You could whine to this." I just, I, man, dreaming.
I don't know if you remember.
Uh huh.
I don't know if you remember, but when we said we were gonna review the album and we were listening to it, I called you and said,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, you listen to Ari yet?"
Yes,
You
we
said, "I
did.
started, but I'm not done." And I said, I don't want to say anything, but there's a song up there.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Oh, is there a standout?" I said, "Well, all I'm gonna say is there's one feature up there, and it's for a reason.
Yeah. No, it was great.
It was for a reason."
It was great. It was great. Dreaming sounded like a lullaby to me.
That's
It
great.
was just so
Dreaming is great.
soothing and just beautiful. And man, wow, 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 wow. And I will say something that I did put in my notes because now I'm going off book, but
Yeah,
um,
yeah, come on.
something that I thought was really important and kind of goes
Hmm.
along with us saying that it was balanced and she showed range and all of that was I felt like you got what do I have here? I said you got fun records, you got lover girl records, you got tired of his shit records. you got you got the sexy and sultry records. It was just perfect. I don't I didn't
And
expect to
let me
be
say that a
this.
different way.
What'd you say?
No, you first. You didn't expect.
I didn't expect to be knocked off my socks like this by this album. I gotta be honest. I love Ari Lennox, don't get me wrong. Please don't. I don't want to hear anything about how, oh, you don't like her. That's not what it is. It's just,
No, but this is a home run.
these days with music, I have either no expectations or low expectations. And if it exceeds that, wonderful. If it doesn't, I don't get my feelings hurt. I didn't know what direction this was going to take. I mean, we know her music and we know that you could take to the bank. She's going to make something that sounds good, but
Hmm.
how good it was going to be, I was like, man, I could listen to this on a loop all day and I'd be perfectly fine. I just yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's where we're different. There are people I have high expectations of.
Mhm.
As an Ari fan, Ari makes great albums. I
Yes.
had high expectations, and that's why I was nervous. I've said that since her split, and since before the split, I believe that I was nervous about this next album, and so I'm glad that it was a home run.
Yeah.
Because I have high expectations for Ari. I know how great she is,
Mhm.
and how passionate she is about her music. And what I was gonna say is what you said.
Mhm.
I would like to say it a different way. You said we got this kind of record, we got that kind of record. Yes, we did. We also got something that sound like Mariah Carey,
Yes.
something that sound like Erica Badu,
Uh-huh.
something that sound like I don't even know who from the 70s. Like, yo,
Yeah.
you got it. If you wanted it, you got it this
Yeah.
album.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And that is great.
That's my favorite thing about the album, just that it hit so many points. It had so many layers, but like in a well put together way. Um
Yeah.
like you
I
said.
do I just have one critique.
What's your one
Oh, I'm
critique?
sorry. I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say when you have legends sitting in the room with you while you're making the music, like you said, it's the bar is set, okay, and they did not. None of them disappointed us. None of them, okay.
No. No. I agree. And the sequencing is great because, and then I'll get to my one critique. The sequencing is also great because two things happened. One, while you did get a little bit of everything, you never knew what was coming next. right?
Yeah.
While listening, okay, example, like you hear pretzel
Hmm.
and you like, oh shit, pretzel, we about to.
She was talking that shit.
And then Under the Moon is similar but very
Different.
different at the same time, right?
Right.
Same thing later on where you get um what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Where you get Wake Up to Company. From Wake Up to Company, you did not expect that.
No.
No one's expecting to go from Wake Up to Company. It's like, whoa, all right, that was crazy, but this is great, right? Same thing. You got like the certain records that are more poppy, like you got Twin Flame, Soft Girl Era, but then here comes Deep Strokes, and you're like, all right, I don't even know. This is a great ride. I'm just here riding. My one critique is they could have made the ride a little shorter.
You think so?
Now, I don't think it needed to be 15 songs because what happens at one point is you like, oh man, this was a perfect ending to the album, but then the
But the
album
album
keeps
wasn't
going.
over.
But the album wasn't over.
I get
And
that.
so I'm not gonna say when that point is because it's gonna be different for
Hmm.
everyone. But I think maybe, and I don't think that much needs to be taken off. I think maybe one or two songs would have made it the sweet spot.
Okay.
But because, and the reason I say that is because they gave us real music here. Some of these songs, like these songs, are not 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Most of these songs are not 90 seconds, right? We got real music, we got real R&B, but because some of them are so heavy on the hook,
Hmm.
like I love Under the Moon, but that hook is 900 times, right? Because you have that a couple
Hmm.
times, I think it gets to a point where you're like, are we done here or is there something else? And there is something else, and something else is great. But I think you could remove that feeling if you remove the track or two. Now, I like this album a lot. I don't know what the fuck you would remove. Because if you remove the songs that I said, hey, I could do without these two, that's somebody else's. You better not.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
And so, because of the way the album is shape molded and because of what they were trying to do, which again, they accomplished,
They did.
I don't know what those two songs would be.
Hmm.
But I just feel like maybe if you took out two songs, it would be a smoother play.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
That's it.
I,
And
I see what you're saying.
so please do not release a deluxe. Don't add shit to this, please, because I know
He usually
today the
does.
thing is, but I know that's just the industry. Today the industry is the deluxe. No, Ari doesn't usually do a deluxe.
He's done
There's no
deluxe
deluxe
before.
for.
Yeah.
No, I think you're wrong. No, there's no deluxe for these other albums. Hold on. No, no, there's no deluxe.
Well then.
Shea Butter Baby is there's only one version. Age, sex, location. There's only one location. One location. One version. Yeah, there's no deluxe.
Oh, I guess it was her EP that had a deluxe version of it. I don't know. When I was looking up some stuff earlier, like I was looking up what have her singles been and all of that, I swore it had said that she had a couple deluxe albums.
No, this is only her third album, and they're all been straight up. So I'm just
Right.
saying the deluxe thing because I know it's a trend today.
Hmm.
I know it's something the last couple of years a lot of people do. Please, please, please do not release a deluxe. We don't need anything more. This is solid as is. This is a slam dunk
Hmm.
as is.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's great. I don't really
What
have.
else? What else is in your notes?
I don't have any bad things to say. What else is in my notes? Every time I
Hmm.
go to something else, it closes out. I think the last thing that I would say is, um, oh, two things. So, Soft Girl Era. I know that was previously released as a single, but I was thinking to myself, and I like everything on the album, but I was thinking to myself, you know, like I thought Twin Flame was great, but then I heard Soft Girl Era, and I was like, oh, this is cute. This is fun. This is for the girls.
Yeah.
Because remember, I said Twin
That
Flame when
that's
Twin
part
Flame
that's
came
part of the
out.
pop section of the album.
Yeah, when I said Twin Flame came out, I was like, this one's for the girls. And then I heard Soft Girl Era, and I was like, no, this one is for the girls. Okay.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cute. Again, when I say cute, I do not mean that in a diminishing way. I actually mean that in an endearing kind of way. And then Horoscope was so funny. Like, listening to the words in Horoscope, I was like, all right.
Horoscope is in my notes. Because remember, Horoscope was the record that was teased,
Hmm.
then leaked, then was
Hmm.
debated of will it be on the album or will it not be on the
Yep.
album. So there was a lot of buzz about Horoscope, which I never heard in full.
Neither did I.
I only heard the snippet. And when it came on the album, I said, okay, I understand completely why Ari Lennox fans love
Oh
Horoscope.
yeah, it's good.
This is exactly the type of record they like.
This is why you gotta call her cousin Ari and not Auntie Ari yet, because this was this was so this was just the right amount of petty, but also
As a man,
sounded great. Which I
yeah,
always think is really cool about singers, especially R&B singers, that they can make they can make absolute bullshit. And I'm not saying this is bullshit, but I'm saying they can make absolute bullshit sound beautiful. I think
that's part of the art.
I think that's so wild. Um, but I
Yeah,
always admire that.
Horoscope. As a man listening to Horoscope, and I'll take it further. As a man who don't believe in signs,
Uh huh.
I was listening to Horoscope at one point and was like, all right, all right,
Wait. I wrote I wrote down I wrote down the whole horoscope is funny. And then I put this song is hilarious. Quote, is it because I'm a Gemini? I just I thought that was so funny.
but at the same time, Horoscope is great, so I can't hate on it. That was my
It is
next
great.
thought. My next thought, as I'm listening to, the Aquarius did this or whoever did that, I'm like, all right, my nigga, I guess like we don't really need this. But at the same time, my very next thought was, but this shit's so hot, I don't care. Keep telling me about them.
And you say we don't need it, but if the girls like horoscopes, then we do. It's
No,
give the
once
people what they
again,
want, right?
I know and understand why the Ari Lennox Hive wanted this song so badly. I get it.
Yeah.
I totally understand. This their bag.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
I get it. This one was not made for me.
No. I don't
I'ma
even think it
still
was
bump
made
it
for
because
me,
I love
but
it.
it was made for it will reach those who it was made for. Absolutely. And it's a
Exactly.
great song.
Sometimes
Like,
as a man listening to women artists, you have to understand that, hey player, this you ain't part of this demo right here.
no.
Just either enjoy this or don't. It's up to you. But this one ain't for you right here.
Yeah. I mean it happens with men and women artists.
Yeah.
So
What's your other note?
my other note, uh
Mhm.
I think that was the last one. I jumped around a lot, so
You say you had two, horoscope and one more.
oh, and soft girl era. So I said both of
Oh,
them.
okay, okay.
Yeah. But
Let me tell you something. It's probably the last thing I'm gonna say up here.
mhm.
Some of these records Ari made directly for us to put immediately. Like as soon as you hear them, she made them for as soon as we hear them. They can't even be done playing yet for you to add them to whatever playlist you play in the bedroom.
Yep.
Immediately. Pretzel was not even halfway done. And I was like, add
Yep.
to
Yep,
playlist.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Add to playlist.
That's a good one.
Under the Moon was not done as
Under
add
the Moon was
to
great too.
playlist on the first add
Right.
to playlist.
Right.
Add to playlist. I said, yo, Deep Strokes, add to playlist.
Definitely. Definitely. You are absolutely right. No notes. No notes.
I said, thank you, Ari. I needed some new things to give Deep Strokes to. Thank you, Ari. Thank you
Yep.
so much.